The challenge was my dad in the hospital. He was without hope to make it out of the hospital alive. The doctor said that people usually in these situations die. The choice that I had was to believe what the doctors say and live the last few days or weeks in despair, or to consider another possibility, that God just might heal my dad. I chose to do both. I chose to understand that my dad's state and his fate was death, unless there was a miracle by God. And each time I walked into my dad's hospital room, I walked with the lens of faith that God is able to raise my dad up from that sickbed, just like God was able to raise Jesus from the tomb. And Jesus said that greater are the works that we will do as his followers than what we saw Jesus or read about what Jesus did. And I walked into that hospital room with that lens of faith. And that brought a smile. And it allowed me to be able to massage my dad's feet with hope. It allowed me to be able to engage with the doctors and nurses with hope. And it allowed my spirit to be calm, knowing that I serve a God and that my dad was a faithful servant. And that by that right alone, we had the right to a different outcome, if so God willed. And that lens of hope allowed me, when I saw my dad take his last breath, to praise the name of the Lord with my hands raised. And I am asking that all of us will accompany a loved one with that measure of hope and understanding. That the doctors say, or their great knowledge may bring them to a certain conclusion, and to work along with them with the lens of a spiritual element. And I believe that that can bring out the standard of care to our loved ones. That we can hold both truths, whatever the doctors say, and also what our great God says. And together we can partner to bring the best experience. And we can bring a medical understanding as well as a spiritual understanding to our loved ones. Whether it's weeks they have left or days they have left, or whether it's unknown the amount of time they have left. And we can co-create a healing world in a healing atmosphere by being patient advocates and by allowing our faith to show up in ways that doctors and nurses may not have ever thought that faith could show up. Whether it's nurses posting scripture on the walls of a patient, or surgeons or doctors allowing patient families to pray with them before a procedure. Those acts may seem small, but for a patient or for a patient's family with that level of hope, it can mean a great deal of putting their faith into action and allowing their part of the healing to be a part of the experience of their loved one. Thank you.